You may be familiar with the term trend from social media platforms like Twitter, where hashtags that are frequently shared by users are considered trending or popular. However, the true definition of a trend goes beyond just popularity.
And this video will talk about trends. So welcome to this video about trends as a part of the entire series for trends, network, and critical thinking. A trend refers to a movement or behavior that is directed towards a specific direction and implies change. It's important to note that trends can be positive or negative, stable or erratic, and may not always play out as predicted. It's also important to understand the difference between a trend and a fad, as a fad is temporary and short-lived, whereas a trend has a longer lasting impact. In this video, we will be exploring the concept of trends and identify its characteristics and look into causes of the emergence of trends. Again, a trend is an inclination to which a group of people tend to move. It is directed towards a certain change or development that may involve practices, behaviors, actions, events, technology, and the like. Trends are the direction of change over time in a certain subject or field with varying duration that can either be positive or negative.
For example, in Philippines, online shopping rose in popularity through Lazada, Shopee, and Grab.
Meanwhile, a fad is most of the time used interchangeably with a craze, as both denote an extreme but short-lived enthusiasm for an object, a practice of a specific behavior, or an activity. Both usually appear suddenly and quickly spreads like wildfire, and then in a span of days or months loses its popularity among its followers.
Some examples include fidget spinners, Pokemon Go, and you only live once mentality.
Fads may be short-lived, but they can offer valuable insights into future trends. In the Philippine education system, we have seen this play out in various fields. For instance, in the late 1980s and early 1990s, computer-related courses such as computer science and information technology were in high demand, reflecting the growth of the computer industry. In the early 2000s, healthcare courses such as nursing and caregiving became popular, driven by the country's need for skilled healthcare professionals. However, this trend eventually plateaued, resulting in a surplus of graduates in these fields. In recent years, business-related courses such as accountancy and hotel and restaurant management have been in demand, with the current focus on technical vocational education and the demand for skilled workers overseas. It's likely that this trend will continue in the future. Fads and trends are both reactions to underlying factors, which may be clear or obscure. For example, the rise and fall of stock market shares can be linked to various factors such as oil prices, investments, government policies, and technology. On the other hand, the cause of a fad like Samba's popularity is not as clear. However, it's a reaction to something, maybe the desire for a new form of exercise. The important thing to consider is whether a reaction will turn into a trend or remain a short-lived fad. Trends can be categorized according to its longevity and pattern of movements. People can entertain and follow the movement for a longer period of time as it suffices their need, while its pattern can also follow a certain change in its popularity. Here are the different types of trends. Trend systematic, also known as secular trend or systematic trend, is long-term trends that can last for several decades or more and are often related to economic, demographic, or societal changes. Examples include the rise of e-commerce, the increasing popularity of sustainable energy sources, and the aging of the population. Seasonal systematic. Seasonal trends are a type of systematic trend that occur on a regular, annual basis. They are driven by predictable patterns in weather, consumer demand, or other factors that tend to repeat each year. Examples of seasonal trends include increased demand for summer clothing in the retail industry, increased travel during the holiday season, or changes in social practices and religious rituals. Cyclical systematic. These are trends that repeat in regular cycles, such as business cycles in the economy, seasonal patterns in weather and consumption, or electoral cycles in politics. The difference between seasonal trends and cyclical trends is that cyclical trends tend to occur over longer time periods, such as several years or even decades, and are often related to business cycles in the economy or other systems. While cyclical trends also repeat in regular patterns, they are less predictable and can be affected by many factors, while seasonal trends are driven by specific factors and repeat in a more regular and predictable manner. Irregular and systematic, also known as random trends, are trends that occur unpredictably and do not follow any clear pattern or structure. They are often caused by unique or one-time events that are difficult to predict or control, such as natural disasters, political upheavals, or unexpected technological breakthroughs. These trends can have a significant impact on various industries and sectors, and they are often difficult to forecast or prepare for. Examples of irregular unsystematic trends can be a sudden market crash caused by a global pandemic, a sudden change in consumer preferences due to a celebrity influence, or a sharp decline in a company's stock price due to a scandal. They are not driven by underlying patterns or structures and can be very hard to predict. We've just explored the different types of trends out there, but what makes a trend a trend? Let's delve deeper into the elements and characteristics that define a trend. On elements and characteristics of a trend, there are at least 6 basic items considered. They are appeal, result, scope, support, sustainability, and value. 1. Appeal. This refers to the degree of attractiveness or interest that a trend generates among a particular group or population. This can be influenced by factors such as personal tastes, social influences, or the perceived value of the trend. 2. Result. This refers to the outcome or impact of the trend, whether it is positive or negative, beneficial or detrimental to the individuals or groups involved. 3. Scope. This refers to the geographical or demographic range of the trend, whether it is local, regional, national, or global in scope. 4. Support. This refers to the level of backing, endorsement, or structure that a trend receives from different groups or stakeholders. This can be influenced by factors such as personal beliefs, financial resources, or political influence. 5. Sustainability. This refers to the ability of a trend to continue over time, whether it is short-term or long-term, transient or persistent. This can be influenced by factors such as the underlying causes of the trend, the availability of resources, or the level of resistance to change. 6. Value. This refers to the perceived worth or usefulness of a trend, whether it is seen as beneficial or detrimental to the individuals or groups involved. This can be influenced by factors such as personal beliefs, financial resources, or cultural norms. Other elements or characteristics to consider are predictability, reversibility, and rate of change. Emergence of trends. Several factors that contribute to the emergence of trends. First are the fundamental elements that bring change and development. Whether it's toward progression or regression, this factor will still contribute to the onset of trends in society. They are the basic building blocks of a trend and include things like changes in consumer behavior, advances in technology, or shifts in the economy or society. Second are human needs. Trends often emerge as a response to human needs and wants. These can include basic needs such as food and shelter, or more complex needs such as personal fulfillment, social connection, or environmental sustainability. As people's needs and wants change, so do the trends that emerge to meet them. For example, the rise of social media is a result of our desire to build and maintain relationships with others online. And just at this moment, in the history of humanity, there is an increasing trend toward artificial intelligence or AI. The increasing trend towards artificial intelligence is driven by the need for more efficient and accurate decision making, automation of repetitive tasks, and the ability to process large amounts of data quickly. This trend is shaping the way businesses operate and how people interact with technology in their daily lives. Third are drivers of change. Drivers of change, such as the desire for new experiences and innovation, propel individuals to seek change in their lives, which initiates trends. Whether it be in the short term or long term, these drivers push individuals to adopt new ideas and elements, adding excitement and variety to their daily lives. These are the forces that push or pull trends in a certain direction. They can include things like advances in technology, changes in government policies, or shifts in consumer behavior. Drivers of change can be influenced by a variety of factors, and they can also create opportunities for innovation and growth. Fourth are innovations. Innovations provide changes that leads to trends as people converge to adopt the same. Whether these innovations serve as a status symbol or make life more comfortable or even make communication more instantaneous, the result is a trend. Innovations are new products, services, or processes that can lead to the emergence of trends. Innovations can disrupt existing markets and create new opportunities for growth and development. For instance, advancements in artificial intelligence are currently transforming the world as it becomes more accessible to the general public. It's important to note that the emergence of trends is a complex process that is influenced by multiple factors. As such, the factors that drive trends, such as fundamental elements, human needs, drivers of change, and innovations are often closely related and can overlap. These factors can include changes in consumer behavior, technology advancements, and shifts in the economy. Here are other groups of factors that can lead to the emergence of trends. 1. Economic factors. Changes in the economy, such as inflation, unemployment, or GDP growth, can influence the emergence of trends in various industries and sectors. 2. Demographic factors. Changes in population characteristics, such as age, gender, or income, can influence the emergence of trends in consumer behavior and lifestyle choices. 3. Technological factors. Advances in technology, such as the internet, social media, or artificial intelligence, can influence the emergence of trends in various industries and sectors, as well as in society as a whole. 4. Political factors. Government policies, regulations, and political stability can affect the emergence of trends in various industries and sectors, as well as in society as a whole. 5. Environmental factors. Changes in the natural environment, such as climate change, natural disasters, or resource depletion, can influence the emergence of trends in various industries and sectors, as well as in society as a whole. 6. Social factors. Changes in social attitudes, values, and beliefs can influence the emergence of trends in consumer behavior and lifestyle choices. 7. Cultural factors. Changes in cultural customs, traditions, and norms can influence the emergence of trends in various industries and sectors, as well as in society as a whole. 8. Psychological factors. Changes in consumer emotions, motivations, and perceptions can influence the emergence of trends in consumer behavior and lifestyle choices. As a note, the factors mentioned interact and overlap with each other, and the emergence of a trend is likely to be influenced by multiple factors.